Alright, welcome back to the Double Golden Reaper, the series where, having already completed the Golden Reaper title once before, I aim to complete it again, but this time it's on my Iron Man.
Kept you waiting, huh?
Alright, I'm finally back to making PVM content again, and I couldn't think of a better place to start than with Double Golden Reaper. I haven't played my main Iron Man in about 4 months, so I've got a few goals with this video. Number 1, I'd ideally like to make some log progress towards Golden Reaper. I only need 20 items left, so pickings are slim. At the very least, I'll still make some kill count progress towards pet thresholds. Number 2, I want to de-rust a little bit with every combat style ahead of the combat achievement release. I don't necessarily feel the need to do anything too fancy on this account right now, but I want to kill some bosses using each of the 4 combat styles. I just want to get a feel for my keybinds again and get a sense of what it feels like to use non-necromancy combat styles after nearly half a year. And number 3, my last goal, I'd like to get 2000% Arch-Glacor today. I'm about 1600% on my Iron Man when I last left off, so it'll be a good place to de-rust some important mechanics. I also still need to complete this collection log for my Golden Reaper. So without further ado, let's get into the clips. Also let me know what you thought of my snake impression. Oh, okay, 25 Grim pages with Mr. Beltfish. Long time since we did Solag together. Normally we're never lucky, but looks like it's my lucky day. I think to start my de-rust, I'll just do an ED1 clear. I'm still going for the pet, that'll complete the log, but let me look at the chest where I left off. I've got 664 million GP in here, so that's actually pretty good. This has just been sitting here for 6 months. I already have Elite Dracolich and Elite Serenic completed, so I guess all that will just be extra money for my main at some point. But while I'm doing this, trying to remember what my strategy was for clearing this dungeon fast, I thought I'd tell you a little story of something that happened to me recently, and we'll see if I can still PVM while I'm doing that. But the other day I decided to sell my Nintendo Switch in preparation to buy the Switch 2 when that comes out. I'm definitely looking forward to that release. I decided to sell it on Craigslist, and when I met with the buyer at a Starbucks, it turned out that it was an elderly couple. They were probably like 70 or 75. They had, the gray hair, vague aroma of mothballs. The gentleman had a walker with the tennis balls on the bottom and everything. When we were sitting down and they were inspecting it, they kept insisting to buy me a snack or a drink and talk about what video games they enjoyed. They wanted to talk about my life plans and if I knew any cool restaurants in the area. It was just a really random feeling conversation for a Craigslist swap. They already had a Nintendo Switch, but they were buying a second one so that they could both have one. The husband was talking to me while she was doing a really thorough inspection before getting her wallet out. And I mean like a proper inspection. She was going down to finding the model number of the Switch to make sure it was a real authentic OLED Switch that I brought her. She even brought her own copy of Animal Crossing to test out that everything worked. It was really funny actually. And while I was waiting there and chatting with them, she kept explaining to him how they would have to wait till they got home before they could link them and play Mario Kart, and he could finally play some kind of space exploration game. When I got home, I looked up what space exploration games exist, and I think this guy was playing No Man's Sky. So overall, just a really funny encounter, I thought. I had left almost wishing that I'd just given it to them for free. It was like an equal parts wholesome and hilarious interaction. Definitely one of the funnier moments I've had recently. Let's see, I don't actually remember if it's 7.3 mil or if it's lower than that when you can jump up. So I'm going to delete my conjures now. And shoot, okay, I guess it's 7.2 mil. Well, that was a little bit of a troll. I guess I'll just do this next 100k without conjures. I think it's sometimes good to dismiss your conjures and then you can resummon them when you get up there. It makes the one cycle a little bit easier. It's maybe slower than doing a one cycle without conjures, but it's one way to make it easy, so I don't mind too much. Let's see how rusty I am if I can even actually manage the one cycle. Okay, not too terrible. I didn't get like the true one cycle where you kill him before blobs, but we got the one cycle there. So, the de-rusting journey officially begins. I think I might go try something with some other styles though now. Make sure I'm not exclusively focusing on necromancy. You know, it's probably an okay idea if I grab the poison here. Go ahead and get a double for the next pool. Ooh, this guy's grabbing it too. So we got 2 poisons. That'll cover us for the next 2 pools. Let's see. Is it going to pick me to clear poison, or is it going to take him? Oh, it took him. Okay, so I'm going to have to chomp on my brews and eat through my jellyfish. That's fine, though. You know, this is shaping up like it might actually be a PR for me. I guess I haven't done a raid on Cynthia in a really, really long time. Oh, no, we didn't get the pool closed on the first cycle. Okay, never mind. It's probably not going to be PR. Strong performance, though, just from a random PVM hub team. So not too shabby. There's my first bit of melee D-rusting. Yakamaru, a full raid completed with melee. Let's see if we get lucky on drops. The Blizzard buddies have been really lucky on the raids loot, so maybe it transfers over to the main iron too. I gotta remember on this account that I gotta actually drop the Terralith chestplate. And collect loot from the Yakamaru, no. Reroll, and Beastmaster, no. Unlucky. Well, that's good. A little bit of melee under my belt, and now let's move on to something else. Holy cow, I didn't look at my cooldowns. I didn't have resonance available. That's a terrible first death. I knew it as I was doing it too. Terrible time to life transfer. Right as all the minions come out with their melees and big auto was coming my way. Yeah, that was not smart to life transfer there. I should have either eaten up or maybe done Vitpot life transfer. Or just ignored it altogether. Oh, not ideal. Yeah, you shouldn't walk diagonal there. You can either surge diagonal or just walk straight south. I should know better than this. I gotta find some composure because I am throwing here badly. Alright, well, we're up to 1700% now. Starting to find a little bit of groove. There's 3 kills in a row. It's not been pretty this first hour, I cannot lie. And there we go. There's 1800% on an 8 kill streak. I died again at some point. There we go. That was a bit of a slow kill, I think. 1900% flat, though. Just 100% left to go. Hopefully I can get that done in the next 40 minutes, and then I can move on with my day. Alright, barring an absolutely spectacular throw, that is 2000% enrage in the bag. There's my big broadcast. Cynthia has accomplished the Iceborne Silver feat, so now I've got 2 accounts with Golden Warden and Silver Iceborne. So that's pretty cool. Good way to de-rust. I started to find my rhythm there, started to get more used to taking high damage again and maintaining my soul split soul flicking. So pretty happy with that. Nice milestone for the account. Probably the next big goal and probably the best way that I can pursue getting the log on this account is to send a big 200 kill streak attempt. But that'll be a mission for a future day. I did actually make a video about my 200 kill streak on main, so that might be interesting to watch if anyone is thirsting for some streaking content. But for me, I think the next thing is to work on some magic and some ranged. Alright, I feel like I played decently, started to remember how to do Hardmode Vorago. Of course, we're in a pretty big team size. Oh, check that out, there's Accident's character right in the front too. So it was actually Accident who invited me to this team. He's also in the process of de-rusting for combat achievement release. So that's good, we get to do some Vorago together. No piles for me, unfortunately. Guess I spoke too soon, and I'm not actually playing as good as I thought I was playing. Let's see if I can do some better rotations and try and snag a couple piles this hour. Oh. Okay, I actually got piles and I saw the ancient broadcast. Every time I see that someone has received an ancient, whether it's a summoning stone or an artifact, that does make my stomach drop a little bit. Good for that guy though, congrats on the Bombi. So most of my live commentary for these next few clips was a little bit boring. I was essentially just narrating what abilities I was pressing as I was doing some solo Verago. I ended up going to solo Verago just to make sure that I still could do it. Most of my experience with solo Verago is with ranged and magic, so I ended up trying once with necromancy and then did a little bit with magic. Doing it with necromancy was interesting. I didn't really have a clear idea what I was doing, especially when I got to phase 5, but necromancy is just so powerful. You can sit there and press practically any button and you're going to get pushed just fine, even if you're completely clueless like I was in this clip. That said, got the 1 kill with Necromancy, then I went on to do some magic solos, and I really enjoyed using the tier 95 dual wields. I would use Greater Chain followed by the Wand and Orb special attack on the Scopulus on phase 3. I would just do a ton of damage, especially if I got lucky with the reset and it applied all of the hit splats at once. It looked spectacular. One of the areas where I noticed all of my muscle memory has completely left with this boss was clearing the bleeds. Normally you want to do an escape on the first one, freedom the second, and then escape the third. There's a couple theoretical reasons for that, involving stalling Verago and getting more push while clearing the bleeds. But like I said, my muscle memory was not there today, and I was doing all kinds of nonsense. I would freedom first, I would bladed dive to the far back of the room, so figuring out all of these little details. But like I said in the beginning of the video, this journey was really just about getting comfortable with my keybinds again, getting comfortable with my weapon switches, and just trying to wean off the crutch that I've been using for the last 6 months with Necromancy on the group Iron Man and whatnot. I did decide after doing these kills for this video that I'm going to spend a little bit of time this coming weekend before the Combat Achievement release, just practicing on my own time where I can fully focus and not worry about narrating abilities or trying to provide any sort of commentary live. That way I can just be fully focused and try and refine what I estimate to be my level of PVM in this game. That way when Monday comes around, I'll be just ready to rock and roll. Rock pun intended for Verago. Alright, wouldn't be a double Golden Reaper video without some log progress, so I've got a few pets saved up here that I will just go ahead and claim, get a little spam broadcast here. Got the Raksha pet, the QBD pet, and the Elite Dungeon 3 pet. So that'll be 3 broadcasts, 3 logs completed. There we go, there's Tyrannosaurus Wrecked, Blackout, and the Shadow Thief. Good little bit of spam there. After not seeing my account online in 4 months, maybe it's a little bit funny for my clan to see a handful of broadcasts recently with a 2000% Glacyte and 3 collection logs in a span of 3 seconds. And it wouldn't be a double Golden Reaper video if I didn't show off my spreadsheet for tracking my Iron Man's Golden Reaper progress. So like I said, we're just 20 items short. Pickings are slim, most of them are pets at a few places. Still got a few big logs to do, like the Zuck log and Zamorak log are going to be pretty tricky. Of course, Vitalis is the big one, but overall I'd say I'm really in a good spot for getting Golden Reaper on 2 accounts this year. Just 20 items to go, almost 94% of the way there on Cynthia. And that is going to be where I call it an episode for today. Honestly, there wasn't a ton of progress in this one, but after 4 months of absence, I just wanted to push that first domino on this series again. So I appreciate your support on this series, and I hope you're looking forward to getting back into some PVM adventures with me and the Double Golden Reaper series, as well as some combat achievement videos. So thanks for watching, and see you soon.